consistently throughout the course of the game.
It's Boogie for 2. Gets a shot up off the mark. A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Redick to Butler. Has a look. The shot by Butler, no. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Down a bundle. For 3, that's off the side of the rim, short. To Embiid. Oh, blocked by Green.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Steph Curry, 4 out of 10.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Beyond the arc for 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Driving right to the basket, to McConnell. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down, Jay.
That's a bucket. That's a bucket.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys down big to Cousins. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Redick. That's blocked by Durant.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And Draymond Green throws it down.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Time to shuffle things up. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Surveys the floor. Markelle Fultz. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Redick. To Embiid. Fultz. It takes a lot to keep this young man under wraps. Markelle Fultz still scores.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Curry to Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep left corner, Thompson. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And strokes it. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Warriors basketball. Curry. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Gets to the basket and scores.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Fultz into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Steve Kerr making some changes to his lineup. Redick. Butler. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Driving is Simmons, but his shot no good. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Sixers control it. Markelle Fultz lobs it up. Sets him up. And it's Johnson there to grab the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Durant for 2. Can't connect.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
And it's good from downtown for Markelle Fultz.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Here's a chance from long range. Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down. To Shaun Livingston. Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Embiid.
Watch the back door. I got your backside. Watch the back door.
Doesn't. There's the follow. Amir Johnson with the slam.
A lot of people don't show up to their job every day with their hard hat, but he's one of the hardest working guys in the league. Good to see him get rewarded for that bucket.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Fultz with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. To Butler. Warriors come up with it. Durant. Smothering D. To Redick. They'll go to Butler down low. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And and finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim, and they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Butler, tough matchup against Durant. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Durant to Thompson. Now a steal by Philly.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Embiid, good for 2.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not. And he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Fires the 3. Off the mark. Fultz to Simmons. He throws it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the 3.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Redick. And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Markelle Fultz gets it in the left corner. Short jumper off the mark. Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Curry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers put their opponents away in a blowout. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Warriors are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
The Warriors,